matchup having been postponed, and this is their first district game in about a month. Again, when Farragut played a district matchup on Tuesday night at William Blount, Lenoir City was hosting the Knoxville Ambassadors, and a win for the Lady Panthers, 53-19. But again, the first district matchup for Lenoir City since the calendar turned to 2021. Coming up tomorrow, it'll be Farragut and Bearden here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, as the Lady Admirals will get us started tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Girls varsity action at 3 o'clock. Farragut and Bearden tomorrow here at Farragut High School, followed by the boys game at about 4:30. As for tonight's boys game, Lenoir City brings an improved team to Farragut High School this year. 8-2 overall, 2-1 in district play, as Lenoir City has in district on the boys side of things defeated Heritage 52-49, defeated West 51-47. That's noteworthy because Farragut's one district loss was to West, and then fell to William Blount on December 11th, the last district matchup for these Panthers, 49-45. So kind of a mixed bag there as far as mutual opponents go, with Lenoir City having beaten West, which defeated Farragut. The Admirals fell at West back on December 4th, 76-64, and again, just a couple of nights later, a few nights later, I should say, it was Lenoir City beating West 51-47. But again, Lenoir City lost to William Blount by 4, while Farragut on Tuesday night defeated William Blount 63-51. As Coach Higgins' Admirals got to 500 at 4-4 overall. More importantly, 2-1 in the district with the road victory at William Blount. Carter Mayfield came off the bench to lead the Admirals with 15 points. Dylan Atwell was also in double figures with 11. Ryan Neal had 9. First-time starter Lucas Arnold chipped in 7. It was a balanced effort from Coach Higgins' Admirals, who again got the 12-point victory. Had a 13-point lead late in the first half, so it dwindled down to 5. But again, won it by 12, ultimately 63-51. The Lady Admirals on Tuesday night were paced offensively by Ace Strickland's 22 points. Macy Barnes had 19. Ashlyn Sheridan had 15. McCall Willis had a good ball game, chipping in 9 points on the offensive end. Farragut hit 11 three-pointers. The boys, one of the big keys in the boys game on Tuesday night was Farragut's free throw shooting. They went 20 of 22 from the foul line, 91%, while William Blount in its home gym, where you'd think they'd shoot free throws pretty well, were only 13 of 24, 54%. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem in advance of our girls' contest, so let's get a
Lenoir City.
We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Winter is here. That means it's time for the Climatize Heating and Cooling Winter Maintenance Safety Inspection. Make sure your heat pump or gas furnace is ready for winter. Get peace of mind when you call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to ClimatizeTennessee.com. Climatize.
Back here at Farragut High School after the playing of the national anthem, there's no introduction of the starting lineups tonight. The players just take the floor. Farragut in its home white with the navy numerals, and Lenoir City in its road gray with the orange lettering and numerals outlined in white. Farragut will control the opening tip. Keely Rogers at the point gives to Macy Barnes, who in turn on the right wing gives over to Ashlyn Sheridan. Sheridan comes back right to left, gives to Rogers on the wing. Out top to Strickland, and Strickland buries a three-pointer to get Farragut off to a good start. So I think I got a mention of all 5 starters as they all touch the ball on that first set. And Lenoir City against the press does a nice job breaking it, and laying it up and in for the Lady Panthers is Lydia Yarborough, number 35, 5'8" senior. Farragut quickly back the other way. McCall Willis gets the feed and scores on the layup. So Farragut leading 5-2 here early. Lenoir City gets the ball across the timeline to Yarborough. They bounce it over on the right side to Jordan Gresham. Gresham guarded by Sheridan. Here comes Farragut with a trap. She drops it down low in the post. Bounce pass through the paint to Yarborough, who lays it up and in. So Yarborough with a pair of baskets. The assist, the extra pass made by Caitlin Kilgore. And it's 5-4, Farragut with a 1-point lead. This will be Barnes just inside the top of the key. Jumper from 17 is good. So Farragut 3 of 3 to start things. A three-pointer by Ace Strickland, layup by McCall Willis in transition. And now Macy Barnes just inside the three-point line out top. There's a pass inside, and Keely Rogers, anticipation as always from the Lady Admiral Jr. with the steal. First turnover of the ball game. Rogers in front court finds Strickland. Left side three, no good. Sheridan with the rebound. Gresham wrestles it away. Gresham for Lenoir City comes out with the basketball and will bring it in front court herself, picked up by Ace Strickland. Gresham moves right, picks up her dribble as Sheridan takes her on a defensive switch. Down low, Lenoir City, good ball movement, and this time getting the feed, it's going to be Caitlin Kilgore, who lays it up and in off a pass from Krista Angelos. So 7-6, and Lenoir City, with good ball movement against Farragut's pressure defense, is finding open players, making the extra pass on a couple of occasions. And Coach Smith's team not looking like a team that's 0-2 in the district here early, having lost by 31 to Heritage back on December 4th and by 10 to a William Blount team that Farragut beat by 30+ on Tuesday night. Lenoir City falling by, again, 10 points to William Blount on December 11th. Lady Admirals with the ball coming out of a 30-second timeout used by Coach Jason Mayfield. Keely Rogers in front court for the Lady Admirals. Gives to Sheridan. Ashlyn moves left to the wing. Exchanges spots on the floor with Strickland, who now takes the pass from Sheridan. Sheridan gets it back, puts up a three from the left corner that is no good. McCall Willis tracks down the rebound, gives to Strickland on the baseline. She sees Sheridan slicing to the basket, feeds her the basketball, and Sheridan fouled on a shot attempt. First foul of the ball game, and it will go against Lenoir City's Gresham, I think. Ashlyn coming off a 15-point performance at William Blount on Tuesday night with a free throw up and good. So already 4 Lady Admirals in the scoring column. Sheridan, perfect form, knocks them both down. Farragut leads 9-6. Gresham double teamed in rear court by Barnes and Willis. Bounces it off to Angelos. That is instead Natalie Johnson. Natalie Johnson making her way up the floor against the press, just lost the dribble out of bounds. It'll be Lenoir City's second turnover. So Farragut gets it near midcourt, leading 9-6. Kaylee Rogers, right side to Macy Barnes. She'll launch a three-pointer, no good, but there is McCall Willis with another offensive rebound. I believe it's her second here early on. Gives to Rogers for a three on the right wing, no good. And Angelos is able to screen off Strickland, preventing her from going and getting the basketball in the corner, and it trickles out of bounds untouched after the missed shot. So Lenoir City gets it in front court Ball was deflected into rear court, saved there by Gresham across the timeline. Lenoir City has it on the right side in the hands of Kilgore. Now top to Yarborough. Right side, Natalie Johnson. Gresham, top of the key, takes a pass, launches a three, and the rebound's tipped around. Sheridan comes up with a loose basketball ahead to Strickland. Strickland in front court is going to take it all the way to the basketball. Collision in front of the bucket, and Gresham was trying to slide over and take the charge, could not. Strickland a little gimpy as she gets up. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So they say that's the first on Gresham, so the earlier foul was maybe on Johnson. We'll say it was on Johnson. Whatever, it's the second foul for Lenoir City here in the early going. 9-6, Farragut leading, 4:47 to go in our opening quarter, with boys action to follow later this evening from Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, as Strickland with the free throw up and good. Ace opened the game with a 3 from the left wing, or actually sort of left side top of the key, and hits both free throws. So Farragut's 4-4 from the line here early on, leads 11-6. And Farragut with a trap in rear court. Sheridan, McCall, Willis pressuring Lenoir City's Natalie Johnson, and she stepped on the baseline. So turnover number 3 for the Lady Panthers. Farragut inbounds to Sheridan, knifing down the left side of the lane, takes the inbound feed from Rogers and lays it up and in. Sheridan with her first field goal. Lenoir City breaks a press in front court. It's Kilgore all the way to the basket against Strickland and gets the roll. Caitlin Kilgore now with a pair of baskets. She and Yarborough 4 points apiece. Farragut looked like they might have walked with a little hop by Willis. No call, and she gets rid of a pass to the cutter, Macy Barnes, who lays it up and in. So Farragut, some nice cuts to the basket here early on, moving well without the ball. Sheridan, I believe, given a foul in rear court. First foul against the Lady Admirals. So Lenoir City against the press, get it into Angelos near midcourt, bounces it left side to Gresham, across the timeline, gives to Yarborough in the left corner for a 3. No good. Strickland the rebound. 15-8 Farragut leads as Strickland's lead pass in front court to Barnes makes the extra pass to Sheridan, and Sheridan lays it up and in. Nicely done by the Lady Admirals as Sheridan to Barnes to, ends up with the hands of Sheridan. 17-8. Again, good ball movement here early on. Farragut leading by 9, and a timeout being used by Coach Smith of Lenoir City. He is assisted by Stephanie Guth and Rachel Gray. Of course, Coach Jason Mayfield assisted by Andy Arndt, Alex Monday, and Madison Maples. So we're just beyond the midpoint of our opening quarter, and the Lady Admirals leading by 9. Offensively, doing really as they please and forcing some turnovers, but at the same time, too, when Lenoir City has avoided the turnovers, the Lady Panthers have gotten some good looks at the basket. So across the timeline against a Farragut retreating three-quarter court zone, and looks like Farragut's going 2-3 in the half court. Pass goes high post to Angelos, drops it off on the baseline, and another good look, but this time Farragut recovers defensively, makes it a tough shot. Here's a long lead pass to Barnes, who misses in transition off a beautiful feed by Strickland. Willis, however, tracks it down, goes inside to Strickland. Again, the extra pass to Barnes, and Barnes lays it up and in from point-blank range. Lenoir City quickly in front court. It's Natalie Johnson picking up her dribble as she gets to the right hash, then gives to Angelos. Looked like an extra step perhaps for Angelos on her way to the basket. Misses a scoop shot. Rebound by Keely Rogers. And the long lead pass in transition to McCall Willis, who's fouled on a layup attempt. 2 free throws coming from McCall Willis, as again, Farragut doing a good job pushing the tempo. And I think the indication was 34. And if so, that's Gresham's second. Willis with a free throw, up and good. McCall has 3 points. Farragut's 5 of 5 from the line. Ashlyn Sheridan will sub out of the game. Is into the game for Coach Mayfield. Gabby Duncan played well Tuesday night. William Blunt came up, joined us for a post-game interview afterwards. Lady Admiral Senior William Blunt will see Willis' second free throw missed. Lady Panthers chase it down in front court. Lenoir City with a shot from the right corner. That's Hadley Presnell with a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound for Lenoir City, rolling on the floor. No foul, walk called for Kilgore. And Angelos gets a feed at the free throw line, puts up a 15-footer, no good. And now Keely Rogers being harassed in rear court after getting the rebound. A whistle sounds and a foul. And they'll give the foul to Lenoir City, but I think probably too, Keeley was warned about throwing the elbows. So Presnell picks up the foul, her first. McCall Willis gets a breather. She checks out of the game. And they're going to have Macy Barnes bring the ball in front court this time. Keeley sets up high post, takes the bounce pass, gives to Barnes over on the right side with a screen set by Strickland. Her three-pointer's no good, but into the ballgame. Carball a moment ago gets an offensive rebound. Another three-point shot is missed by Farragut. Ricochets around in the lane. Carball comes up with it, and a foul is called on Lenoir City. I'm not sure who. Inbound feed comes out top to Macy Barnes. So that's 5 fouls on Lenoir City. Farragut has but 1. 2:10 to play. Opening quarter, and Farragut's going to be called for a moving screen. Gabby Duncan is given the foul, her first and the team's second. Yarborough for Lenoir City checks out of the game. Farragut again with the three-quarter court zone press. Lenoir City gets across the timeline to Angelos into the lane. Shot too strong by Angelos. Rebounded away by Barnes. Ahead quickly to Rogers. Rogers driving all the way to the basket. Scores and was fouled. Ball bounced twice, but settles through the cylinder for Keely Rogers, and the foul is on Hadley Presnell. Should be her second. And so Farragut will be in the bonus the rest of the half. For the time being, it's Keely Rogers at the free throw line, looking to complete the three-point play, and she does so. So Rogers converts the and one, and Farragut leads 23-8. Angelos bounces it in front court to Natalie Johnson for Lenoir City. Shovels it off to Mara Norwood. Norwood to Angelos at the free throw line. To Johnson, right wing, guarded there by Sage Carball. Presnell throws it right to Carball. So Carball with the steal as Lenoir City commits its 4th turnover. Carball gives to Strickland in front court, sets up for a 3, knocks it down. Strickland, they didn't get out nearly quickly enough to deter Ace from that three-pointer. Good look at the basket, and she drains her second from long range. Farragut leads 26-8. 1:12 to play. Opening quarter as Johnson on the left wing nearly double dribbled. The dribble is lost, and Carball and Kilgore end up in a tie ball situation. Alternate possession is not on the scoreboard, but apparently it's Lenoir City's basketball. Farragut checks Allie Hines into the ball game for Keely Rogers. 3 from the left corner for Lenoir City is no good. Kicks off the rim and out of bounds into the Farragut bench. That 3 attempted by Johnson on an inbound feed. Farragut will get the basketball. 62 seconds to play in our opening quarter, and Lenoir City was hanging right there through the first half of the first quarter, but in the last 3 minutes, Farragut has opened up an 18-point cushion. 26-8. Macy Barnes, little pick and roll action with Carball. Carball gives it back out on the perimeter to Strickland, and another three-pointer on the money for Ace Strickland. Her third of the quarter, 11 points. Farragut leads 29-8. 30 seconds to go, opening quarter. With the ball, Harper, a sophomore for Lenoir City, gives it on the right side to Norwood, a junior. She'll shoot a 3, no good. Off the back of the rim, rebounded away by Barnes. Barnes leading the break in front court, ahead to Hines, and Lenoir City reaches in and deflects that pass, ultimately out of bounds. I think it ricocheted off Hines, but then off yet another Lady Panther. And so Farragut has it under its own basket. Barnes inbounding with 17 seconds to go in the opening quarter. In it comes to Strickland. Quick jumper just beyond the free throw line. Good by Strickland. So Barnes with the inbound, Strickland with the bucket. She's got 13. Farragut leads by 23, 31-8. Johnson picks up her dribble in front court, and Strickland just takes it away from her. Ahead to Barnes for the layup. Good. Ahead of the horn as Farragut forces its 5th turnover. Strickland with the steal. Ahead to Barnes, and Macy lays it up and in, giving her 8 first-quarter points. And Farragut takes a commanding 25-point lead after 1. It's the Lady Admirals at home leading visiting Lenoir City 33-8. Back in 1 minute with second quarter action as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Attention East Tennessee. Beardham Bike and Trail has been voted one of the 100 best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association. This certification requires not only a great shopping experience and expert staff, but also support for local and national cycling advocacy. Beardham Bike and Trail has affordable luxury bikes from the brands you know, like Jamis, Fuji, Marin, Breezer, and Haro. Bike and Trail has bikes for children as well as the young at heart. Bike and Trail also carries affordable electric bikes. Need a bike repair? Their top-notch repair shop has the fastest turnaround time in town. Tight on cash? Ask about their 12-month no-interest financing. With over 48 years of experience in the cycling industry, you can always count on Beardham Bike and Trail for great customer service. Make Bike and Trail your one-stop for cycling adventure. Open 7 days a week. Located on the Third Creek Greenway on Forest Park Boulevard. Beardham Bike and Trail. Voted one of the best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association.
Lady Admirals with the first possession of the second quarter, but we have a foul on Sage Carbaugh, her first, and it's Farragut's first turnover, I believe. And here's the Lady Admirals taking it right back as Lenoir City was able to get the ball in front court, but then a pass was deflected, picked off by the Lady Admirals. Sheridan in front court, back to Barnes for a three-pointer. No good. Sheridan, offensive rebound, back to Barnes, top of the key, moves closer, shoots left side of the lane. Good from 13 feet. Macy Barnes has 10, and Farragut leads 35-8. 7:23 to go first half here at Farragut High School. Against the three-quarter court zone, Lenoir City in front court with a pass to Norwood. Gives back to Johnson. Johnson will now be harassed by Macy Barnes. Farragut's played some half-court zone. Looks like their man right now. Right side three is going to be offline by Norwood. Tracked down by Barnes. Beautiful outlet. Well, I guess not. Picked it up and threw it quickly into front court for McCall Willis. I thought maybe Lenoir City deflected that pass. Apparently not. Just a little bit wide of the mark, and a turnover for the Lady Admirals as they try to get out on the break. Barnes will take a seat. Farragut's got McCall Willis, Sage Carbaugh, Keely Rogers, Ashlyn Sheridan, and Allie Hines on the floor as Lenoir City in front court. Trap over on the left side on Mara Norwood. She gives off to Harper, to Angelos out top, now to Johnson, going back right to left. Johnson, as Lenoir City running a bit of a, let's call it a weave out here. This will be Angelos trying a three from the top of the key, and it's on the money. Krista Angelos, Lenoir City senior, with her first basket and Lenoir City's first three-pointer. Keely Rogers penetrates, leaves it off with McCall Willis inside, and Willis lays it up and in. McCall's got 5. Rogers the assist. Farragut leads 37-11. Johnson in front court, guarded by Hines. Gives to Norwood. Down low. Pass goes to Kilgore, driving the baseline. Her pass is deflected and stolen away by Farragut. Keely Rogers leading the break back the other way to McCall Willis. And Willis skies to take the pass from Rogers, and then with a tough angle gets the shot to go right underneath the basket. Willis has 7. And Farragut nearly with another turnover. In fact, they do have it as Rogers is able to swoop in and save it before it goes out of bounds, then feeds down low to Allie Hines, and Hines lays it up and in. So Keely Rogers, as she so often does, right, got the steal and the assist. And by my count now, 8 turnovers for the Lady Panthers, and Coach Smith wants to talk things over. So a timeout asked for as Farragut leading 33-8 at the quarter break. In the first 2 minutes and 17 seconds of this second quarter, they've opened it up to 41-11. So the Lady Admirals leading by 30 after being up by 25 heading into the second quarter. Angelos with the three-pointer. Lenoir City's lone basket here in the second quarter, while Farragut has gotten 4 from McCall Willis, a bucket from Macy Barnes, and that bucket just a second ago from junior Allie Hines. Lenoir City with the ball coming out of the timeout. Farragut not pressing. Lady Admirals man-to-man. Lenoir City's Angelos gives to the cutter, Kaylee Claybo, but Claybo took an extra step. So another turnover for Lenoir City. Their 9th. Caitlin Kilgore out of the game. I think Jordan Gresham perhaps re-entered the lineup. Again, Farragut's got Ashlyn Sheridan, Keely Rogers, Sage Carbaugh, Allie Hines, and McCall Willis. Three-pointer by Sheridan out top. No good, but McCall Willis tracks it down in the corner, gives to Sheridan on the right block, steps through a double team, and the official says she was grabbed and fouled. So 1-and-1 situation for the Lady Admirals. Gresham picks up her 3rd. So we'll see how long Coach Smith leaves her in the lineup. Farragut checks out Hines and Carbaugh as Coach Mayfield gets Annalise Bishop into the lineup. And Sheridan at the free throw line earns herself a bonus toss. Farragut's missed only 1 free throw thus far in 8 attempts. Gresham checks out of the game as Sheridan, for Lenoir City that is, and Sheridan with the bonus toss rips the net. Ashlyn converts a pair of free throws, and Farragut leads 43-11. Ace Strickland, McCall Willis, Ashlyn Sheridan, Keely Rogers, and Annalise Bishop on the floor. Ball goes inside for Lenoir City, surrounded there by the Farragut perhaps zone. Back out top, three-point attempt by Kaylee Claybo, offline, outlet pass by Rogers to Strickland, and it's going to be off of Ace's fingertips out of bounds. Ever so slightly long on the pass, almost the length of the floor, and Lenoir City gets it back. 4:30 to play, first half. Lenoir City trailing 43-11. Claybo guarded by Annalise Bishop. Right side, Angelos is going to try a 3, and she hits it. High, arcing shot, second three-pointer of the quarter for senior Krista Angelos. Farragut quickly back the other way, lead pass to Ashlyn Sheridan, who shifts the ball to her right hand to give herself a bit of an angle, and from in close on the left side, Sheridan knocks it home off the window. She's got 10. Lenoir City quickly in front court, spinning on the left block and putting the shot up that is good. That was Helen Harper. Harper with her first basket. Farragut quickly in front court. Keely Rogers all the way to the basket, scores, and is fouled. So Farragut pushing the tempo at every opportunity, and nobody stopped the ball. And Keely Rogers, strong to the basket, is fouled by Natalie Johnson. And Keely with a chance at her second three-point play of this first half. 5 points for Keely. Converted, obviously, her earlier free throw. Looks to do so again with 3:42 to play in the first half. The toss, no good. Willis snuck in there, got the offensive rebound, and was kind of ushered out of bounds, and that's going to result in a foul call on Angelos. Her first. So McCall Willis to shoot 1-and-1. Free throw, no good. And we've got a held ball, and it will go to Lenoir City. Gabby Duncan back into the ball game for McCall Willis. So Gabby Duncan, Annalise Bishop, Ace Strickland, Macy Barnes, Keely Rogers on the floor. Lenoir City's got Carly Stanifer, who takes a pass on the right side from Johnson. Angelo screens for her. Stanifer gives off left side to Harper. Harper to Angelo. She'll try another 3. This one from the top of the key is off to the left. Rebounded away by Strickland. Strickland leading the break in front court. All the way to the basket. Contact and a foul. Ellen Harper picks up the foul, her first. And Farragut's in the double bonus now. This would have been a two-shot situation anyhow, as Strickland, taking it strong to the hoop, fouled. Puts up the first free throw, good. 14 for Ace, her first point of quarter number 2. And the second toss is on the money. So 15 for Strickland. Farragut leads by 33, 49-16 with 3:10 to play in the first half. Lady Admirals haven't been pressing for some time. Right side with a basketball for Lenoir City. Johnson out high with it. Harper back to Johnson on the right side. Keely Rogers there defensively. Harper, guarded by Bishop, gives to Yarborough, who has re-entered the game. Yarborough from the free throw line squares up. Her shot's no good. Gabby Duncan the rebound. Gives to Rogers. Rogers in front court, pulls up top of the key. Gives to Bishop on the right, near the right corner. Her shot's short from 16, taken away by Lenoir City's Carly Sandifer. Sophomore brings it in front court, guarded by Macy Barnes. Gives it up now to Natalie Johnson, who's guarded by Keely Rogers. Annalise Bishop takes her on a switch out top, off to Sandifer. Sandifer against Barnes throws up a tough shot in the lane, and it's no good. Barnes the rebound. Macy weaving her way in front court with 2:10 to play. Pulls up from 17 on the right side. Shot rims out. Rogers battling for a rebound. Batted it over to Duncan. But then as Lenoir City reaches in, the ball is knocked off of Duncan out of bounds. It belongs to the Lady Panthers. Carly Stanifer out of the ball game. Lenoir City gets Mallory Hurst, number 31, into the lineup for the first time tonight. Johnson out top to Harper. Harper comes right, got away from the defender, and then Farragut slides over and commits a foul. So Harper kind of turned the corner on the Farragut defense. Gabby Duncan picked up the foul, her second. And at the line, Harper with a free throw off the back of the rim, no good. That is Lenoir City's first free throw attempt. And Harper, the Lenoir City sophomore, with a second toss, it is good. Harper hits 1 of 2, she's got 3, and Farragut leads 49-17. 1:40 to play first half. Keely Rogers, nice little step around of the defender at the free throw line, takes it to the basket and scores. And so Keely just able to beat the defender off the dribble and help slow in arriving, if at all. And Keely scores on the layup. And Coach Smith uses another timeout, 30-second timeout. 51-17. Farragut leading by 34 with 95 seconds to play in our first half. For the first 4 minutes, maybe 4.5 minutes, Lenoir City was hanging right there, backed by a single point, maybe 3 points. It seems like it was 9-6 at one point. Farragut leading by 3. But then in the final 3 minutes of the first half, the Lady Admirals exploded to push the lead out to 25. And here in the second quarter, that trend has continued. The lead has just steadily grown as Farragut now leading by 34. Out of the timeout, Lenoir City with a basketball. Barnes, Duncan, Strickland, Bishop, and Rogers on the floor for the Lady Admirals. Johnson brings it into front court unmolested, gives to Angelos. And now at the free throw line to Hurst. Her back to the basket, gives to Yarborough on the perimeter. Yarborough penetrates but throws low, down low for Hurst, and it ricochets around and Farragut picks it up. Strickland in front court quickly to Barnes on the left corner, left wing for a 3 that is no good. Weak side rebound, tipped out of bounds. It belongs to Lenoir City. Lady Panthers a moment ago on Yarborough's pass committed their 10th turnover of the first half. Annalise Bishop out of the game, and Farragut gets Ashlyn Sheridan back in. 1 minute to play. First half here at Farragut High School. Boys action will follow later on. Admirals at .500 overall, 4-4, 2-1 in the district, taking on a much improved Lenoir City team. Panthers are also 2-1 in the district, and now Lenoir City loses the dribble out of bounds and another turnover for the Lady Panthers. So Farragut gets it back. Rogers quickly in front court, again all the way to the basket, and again shot goes. Split two defenders, and Keely Rogers just doing as she pleases on these drives. She's got 9. Lenoir City back the other way. Angelos looks inside to Hurst, spins on the right block with a shot over Duncan. No good. Strickland the rebound. Up the left side in front court comes Ace. 20 seconds to play in the half. Ace gives it up to Sheridan. Sheridan then gives off to Keely Rogers. And a whistle sounds with 14 seconds to go in the half. And away from the basketball, Strickland is called for an offensive foul. So Farragut with its 4th turnover. I believe 2 of those had been offensive fouls. Lenoir City gets it. 8 seconds to go in the half as Harper has the ball knocked away out top by Strickland. On the floor, Barnes picks it up, feeds Strickland, who beats the horn with the layup at the other end. Farragut forces turnovers and gets baskets ahead of the horn to end both the first and second quarters, as Barnes on the floor after Strickland had knocked the ball loose from the Lady Panthers, and Barnes then shovels it ahead to Strickland, who closes the half with points 16 and 17 for the Lady Admiral Jr. Farragut heads to the locker room leading 55-17. Lady Admirals up by 38 at intermission. We'll get a 2-minute break and return to look at the first half numbers. After that, as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Are your auto and homeowner insurance rates scary? Does your health and Medicare frighten you? Who are you going to call? The Swaggerty Insurance Group, of course. The Swaggerty Insurance Group, an independent agency serving all of East Tennessee, will guide you and give you the personal attention you need to find the coverage that's right for you at a price that fits your budget. Call the Swaggerty Insurance Group today at 865-281-3529 or visit us at GetYourSwagCovered.com for a free one-on-one consultation to evaluate your needs. Get your swag covered.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart, there's a refreshing drink special waiting for you, and it's only 99 cents. Any size fountain drink, icy, or coffee is right inside, and just 99 cents every day. With your Pilot My Rewards card, get 3 cents off every gallon of gas. And find additional specials inside the store. Drink specials, gas savings, regular specials. Get your Pilot My Rewards card today. Pilot, we're right on your way.
We're at halftime of our girls' contest. Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium as the Lady Admirals hosting district foe Lenoir City. And Lenoir City kept it close through about the first 4.5 minutes, but then the Lady Admirals exploded to lead by 25 at the end of the first, 33-8, and the Lady Admirals outscore the visiting Lady Panthers 22-9 in the second quarter. Farragut dominating in the first half as they lead 55-17. I had Lenoir City with 12 first half turnovers, Farragut with 4. Looking at the individual scoring for Lenoir City, Krista Angelos, 6 points on a couple of second quarter three-pointers. Caitlin Kilgore with 4 points. Helen Harper, 1 of 2 from the line. She has 3 first half points. and Lydia Yarborough with 4 points for the Lady Panthers. So 4 players in the scoring column for the Lady Panthers who were 1 of 2 from the line and had the 2 3-pointers, both from Krista Angelos. For the Lady Admirals, Allie Hines with 2 points, Macy Barnes with 10, Ace Strickland 4 of 4 from the line, 3 3-pointers, and the West Virginia commitment with 17 first-half points. McCall Willis 1 of 3 from the line, 7 points for McCall. Keely Rogers 1 of 2 from the line, Keely with 9 first-half points. Ashlyn Sheridan 4 of 4 from the line. She tallied 10 in the first 16 minutes. So the Lady Admirals collectively were 10 of 13 from the foul line, 77%, and had the 3 3-pointers, all courtesy of Avery Strickland. Lady Admirals leading 55-17. By the way, earlier in girls JV action before we came on the air, it was Farragut with the victory, 45-18. Of course, we've got boys varsity action coming up a little later in the evening, and it should be a good one. The Panthers of Lenoir City, an improved team certainly over a year ago when they did not win a district game. This year they are 8-2, 2-1 in the district, and Coach Higgins' Admirals are also 2-1 in district play. So this shapes up as a big district matchup where the relatively early season standings, well, it is early season as far as the district's concerned, but where the standings are concerned, it's a big one. Certainly want to protect your home floor, get the win. The Admirals getting to 4-4, getting to 500 with a victory on Tuesday night at William Blount, 63-51. So looking to build on that and have some momentum heading into tomorrow's matchup against Bearden, as Farragut will host the Bulldogs here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. Girls game, varsity game, will start at 3 o'clock, so we'll be on the air around 2:55 in advance of the 3 o'clock girls tip-off. And boys action tomorrow in the round ball battle of West Knoxville should tip off at about 4:30. Halftime of our girls game, Farragut in complete control, leading Lenoir City 55-17. Let's get a 3-minute break here. A 3-minute break for our sponsors, and we'll return with more on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Tired of buying the same old jewelry every year for your significant other? Does your gift miss the mark on uniqueness and quality? Show them how special they are with a gift from Estate House Jewelry. The highest quality diamonds and precious stones you expect with the lowest prices guaranteed. Choose from the largest selection of pre-owned Rolexes and luxury watches in the area. When you stop enjoying your Estate House purchase, we'll always buy it back or trade it. Guaranteed. Estate House Jewelry and Antiques.
With Erie Rate Lock, your rate won't change until you add or remove a driver or a vehicle or change an address. Get a ticket, get in an accident, no problem. Rate stays the same. With Erie New Auto Security, if you total your vehicle, it acts as gap insurance if there's a loan. Or Erie will settle 2 model years newer with 30,000 or less miles. No wonder 91% of Erie clients choose to renew with them. Call Bryan Insurance, 865-951-7993, or visit us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Winter is time to make memories by the fireplace, so make sure your gas fireplace is clean, functional, and safe. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today for a complete cleaning and safety inspection. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to climatizetennessee.com.
Climatize.
What tells your story? Your diploma, an art print, a map from a trip you've held on to for years, a shadow box of a favorite sports jersey. Whatever it is, at Express Frame, we've made custom framing fast, easy, and affordable. Each frame is handcrafted by our experts in-house using high-quality materials. With our large frame inventory selection, we'll get your finished artwork back to you in a lot less time than traditional custom framing stores. Same expert staff and service, new name. Express Frame is located in the Dick's Sporting Goods Shopping Center next to Sports Clips. Frame your story at Express Frame and look for special offers at expressframe.net. We know framing, you'll know the difference.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery.
Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Back here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, just about set for the start of our second half in the girls' contest. Boys action will follow here this evening. And again, should be a good one as the Admirals and Panthers are both 2-1 in district play. Lady Admirals in complete control, 55-17. They lead the Lady Panthers as Farragut with 17 points from Ace Strickland in the first half. Also in double figures, Macy Barnes with 10, and Ashlyn Sheridan with 10. Keely Rogers with 9, McCall Willis with 7. And also in the scoring column, Allie Hines for the Lady Admirals with 2. Farragut will have the first possession of the second half. Strickland to McCall Willis, off to Keely Rogers. Rogers down low to Willis, knifing through the lane. Shot at the rim will come out of the cylinder, and it's rebounded away by Lydia Yarborough of Lenoir City. To Jordan Gresham in front court. Gresham working against McCall Willis to Yarborough. Right back to Gresham. She'll launch a 3. It's offline. Rebound, weak side, Kilgore keeps it alive for Lenoir City. Gives to Johnson, back to Yarborough, beyond the arc. Right side, traveling with the basketball after taking the pass was Caitlin Kilgore. So Lenoir City with traveling violation, and Farragut quickly in front court. Leading 55-17, McCall Willis takes a pass in the lane, shoots from 12, no good. Rebounded away by Angelos. Good look for the Lady Admirals. Shot wouldn't cooperate, and Angelos in front court, shut down on the baseline by Willis. Sheridan with a steal and then saves it into McCall Willis. Turnover number 13 for Lenoir City as Strickland spins in front court for the Lady Admirals, hands it off to Rogers, quickly down low to Willis, and they say that Keely, in her haste to get the ball out of there, needed to dribble, shuffled her feet before releasing the pass. And so Farragut's 5th turnover. Farragut with 33 first quarter points, 22 in the second. Angelos takes a pass from Gresham at the high post, gives back to Gresham. She'll try another 3. This one's no good. Rebounded away by Rogers. Keely quickly up the right side in front court, drives by Angelos, steps into the lane where she's going to be bumped and fouled by Kilgore. First foul on Kilgore, first foul of the second half. Rogers for the Lady Admirals into Strickland, wide open in the lane, and Ace banks it home off the window, good. Easy pickings for the Lady Admirals on the inbound play, as Strickland now with 19 points. And Farragut leads by 40, 57-17 on that first basket of the second half. Lenoir City with the basketball, and they're looking for a give and go, but the teammates not on the same page, and Angelos' pass is stolen away by Strickland. Strickland looking down low, trying to get it to Willis, is going to give it right back to Lenoir City. Lady Panthers in front court with it as Natalie Johnson slows the pace, gives to Gresham between the circles. Right side, it goes to Kilgore, shut down on the baseline by Sheridan. Back to Gresham on the wing, penetrates toward the lane, back out top to Angelos. She'll shoot a floater down the right side of the paint. No good. Barnes tips it off the floor over to Strickland. Strickland spins away from defenders, moves into front court, gives to Barnes, right side to Keely. Keely to the free throw line, releases a pass right side to Barnes. Barnes left side in the corner. It's going to be Strickland trying a 3, no good. Lenoir City comes away with the ball. It's Natalie Johnson bringing it up court. Johnson drifts left, shot blocked at the basket by Rogers. Lenoir City came up with the basketball and then threw it to Keeley, who was had not established herself back in bounds yet. So after blocking the shot, Rogers' momentum took her out of bounds, and then Lenoir City seemingly threw it right to her, but again, she was out of bounds. So the Lady Panthers retain possession. Yarborough, guarded by Barnes, gives to Gresham, guarded by Rogers. Gresham makes a move and called for traveling. Farragut brings the ball up, 4:50 to play third quarter. Rogers, forearm shove given by Gresham. That almost looked like she wants out of the game. Her fourth foul. So Gresham will leave and Presnell checks out. Again, that one was deliberate enough, it seemed, that either Gresham wanted out or was just tired of seeing Rogers beat Lenoir City defenders off the dribble repeatedly. Here's Strickland from the left wing. Three-point try is going to be no good. Rebounded away by Presnell. In front court with the ball, Johnson hands it off to Angelos, guarded by Barnes. Now to Kilgore, has the ball knocked from her grasp by Strickland and out of bounds. Lenoir City will have it side front court. Angelos will inbound for the Lady Panthers. And miscommunication, it's thrown right to Keeley Rogers, who will drive for a layup. Good at the other end. So Rogers with the steal, somewhat gift-wrapped, as Lenoir City breaking one way away from where the inbound pass went, and Rogers with the steal and the basket. Keeley's got 11, nearly had another steal. So Lenoir City has the ball in front court. Angelos moves into the paint, loops it to Kilgore. Kilgore drives into the lane and then off on the right side to Presnell, picks up her dribble after being shut down. Out to Yarborough. Yarborough, top of the key to Kilgore. Kilgore makes a move. Whistle sounds. And Lenoir City's going to have the ball under its own basket after a foul is assessed against the Lady Admirals. McCall Willis, her first. And the first against the Lady Admirals here in the second half. Gabby Duncan into the ball game, as well as Sage Carball. McCall Willis to get breathers. Inbound feed, Yarborough to Angelos for Lenoir City in the right corner. Angelos drops it off inside. Nice look, but unable to finish was Presnell. Farragut the rebound, and out on the break, it's Sheridan ahead to Barnes, and Barnes lays it up and in. Macy with the bucket, and Farragut leads 61-17. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Lenoir City yet to score in this third quarter. Cross-court pass, Carball deflects it, but it's saved by Lenoir City's Presnell. Back it comes left side for a three-point attempt by Yarborough. No good. Rebound is tipped to Johnson, who puts it up and kisses it off the glass good from about 10 feet. Natalie Johnson with a bucket. Farragut quickly in front court. Lenoir City not aware of Gabby Duncan, who sneaks in under the basket, takes that pass, lays it up and in. Gabby with her first bucket of the ball game. Lady Admirals lead 63-19. Duncan reaches, trying to knock away the pass intended for Hadley Presnell. Instead, Gabby picks up, I believe it's her third foul. Macy Barnes out of the ball game as Farragut checks in Aubrey Stackhouse, number 33. Ashlyn Sheridan out, Macy Barnes out, Keeley Rogers out. As Hines is checked in, also Annalise Bishop and the aforementioned Stackhouse. Here's a shot from out top, just inside the top of the key. I believe that was Presnell banking it home. And Lenoir City trails 63-21. Annalise Bishop at the point. Left side pass goes to Allie Hines. Bishop knifes to the basket. Hines continues to hold it. Works off the screen by Duncan. Gives to Carbaugh out top. Right side to Bishop. Back to Hines. 16 feet on the right side. Hines with a jumper. Good. Allie Hines, her second bucket of the ball game. Farragut leads 65-21. So Carbaugh, Duncan, Stackhouse, Hines, and Bishop on the floor for the Lady Admirals. Johnson gives to Presnell. She'll try a three from out top for Lenoir City. No good. Farragut's Hines had the rebound, but then throws it to Yarborough. Yarborough surrounded by Lady Admirals on the right block, and they tie her up. Alternate possession, however, will keep it with Lenoir City. Yarborough to inbound. Yarborough, Johnson, Norwood. Wilhite in the game, I believe, for the first time for Lenoir City. Here's a three put up by Johnson. No good. Whistle sounds. We're going the other way. No, they call a held ball. Held ball. Alternate possession this time to Farragut. Annalise Bishop brings it up for the Lady Admirals, who lead 65-21 with 1:30 to play in the third quarter. Sage Carbaugh takes a pass from Bishop, launches a three from out top. No good. Lenoir City bats the loose ball. Back in bounds. Lenoir City wanting to run, and Hines from behind strips it away from Presnell out of bounds. Lenoir City's ball under its own bucket as Farragut's able to get back defensively. So yeah, a moment ago I mentioned Mackenzie Wilhite, a sophomore, number 2 for Lenoir City in the game for the first time. They inbound to her. She gives it back to the inbounder, who was Norwood. From the right corner, three-point attempt, no good. Johnson, weak side rebound. And they'll say that reaching in and fouling is Farragut's Sage Carbaugh. Her third foul and the team third. So Yarborough for the Lady Panthers from the baseline left to inbound. Yarborough to Norwood in the left corner, guarded there by Bishop. Drives into the lane with the right hand. The runner, no good. Rebounded away by Bishop. Working her way in front court against Johnson. Lead pass to Hines. Hines down low to Duncan. Duncan with a shot up. No. Carbaugh with a follow. No. May have been a foul. None called. Tipped out to Bishop. Right side pass comes to Gabby Duncan. And Duncan stutter stepped ever so slightly. And ball goes over to the Lady Panthers. 65-21. Lenoir City with the ball, trailing by 44. Johnson, right side. Yarborough out high. Farragut in a zone. Pass goes down to the left baseline where it's deflected out of bounds and apparently touched last by Aubrey Stackhouse. Lenoir City with the ball, inbounding is Norwood. Out high it comes to Johnson. Natalie Johnson, Lenoir City sophomore, gives it off to Yarborough, who's a senior, guarded by Farragut's Annalise Bishop. Inside, quick shot, spinning, and putting up the shot, Hadley Presnell. It's good. Presnell, the junior, scores inside for Lenoir City. 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Farragut with the ball, leading 65-23. Bishop got away from her defender, split two as she approached the bucket, but missed on the shot. Lenoir City with a rebound in front court. Ball stolen away by Stackhouse. Anticipating the pass, makes the steal. Going to be bumped and fouled in front court with 2.3 seconds to go in the third. So Aubrey Stackhouse with the steal. And the third foul of the second half against Lenoir City, matching Farragut's team foul total. 2.3 seconds to go in the third. Bishop inbounding side front court, comes into Hines, back to Bishop, launches the three, no good from the left wing. And so after three, it's Farragut leading Lenoir City here at Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, 65-23. We'll get a 1-minute break and return with fourth quarter action in our girls contest on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Lenoir City with the first possession of the fourth quarter. Farragut's Lady Admirals in complete control ever since about the midpoint of the first quarter. They lead 65-23 as we start the fourth. And it's like Farragut zone. Lenoir City flirting with a turnover. Avoid it. Shot up from the left side is no good. Duncan the rebound. Farragut to Bishop. Annalise in front court. Back to the trailing Sage Carbaugh, who walked, trying to set her feet for a three-point shot. Lady Admirals open this fourth quarter with Gabby Duncan. I'm told today is her birthday. I assume 18 for Gabby. Lady Admiral senior. Sage Carbaugh on the floor as well, another senior. Aubrey Stackhouse, sophomore. Allie Hines, junior. And Annalise Bishop, the sophomore. And we got a foul call on Farragut's Gabby Duncan, her fourth. So again, happy birthday to Gabby. They're not running the clock here during free throws. Of course, I guess, well, no, some places when it's 35 in the second half, they'll run the clock. Other places they don't. So tonight, here at Farragut, they are not. And at the free throw line, the first is up and good. The second is no good. That was Helen Harper at the line. So Harper hits one of two. Farragut in front court. Gabby Duncan, left corner three, no good. Bishop, weak side rebound. Inside to Carbaugh. Carbaugh pivots, can't get a shot off. Back on the perimeter to Bishop. Inside to Carbaugh again. One dribble, this time pivots, finds an opening, gets the shot up, but the rim unkind. Rebounded away by Lenoir City's Mallory Hurst. Lady Panthers in front court. Left side goes to, I believe that's Will Height. Yes, Will Height gives it off top of the key to Presnell. Right side three put up by Norwood is good. Her first basket of the night. Lenoir City's third three-pointer. The earlier two were by Krista Angelos. So Norwood converts from long range. And Farragut leads 65-27, 5:55 to go as Bishop into the lane. It comes open, and the shot won't go. There's a follow attempt by Duncan, no good, and then Lenoir City knocks the rebound attempt out of bounds, and Farragut will have it under its own bucket. Farragut gets into the game. Maeve O'Sullivan, the junior, replaces Sage Carbaugh. So Bishop to inbound from under her own bucket, and it comes to O'Sullivan. Quickly gives it back to Bishop. Left baseline jumper is no good, but Duncan comes out of there with it yet again. Farragut can reset. Bishop guarded man-to-man by Helen Harper. Gets around her into the lane all the way to the rim. Fouled, and Bishop will have a couple of free throws. Foul is assessed against Presnell. And so Annalise Bishop. Chance for the sophomore to become the 8th Lady Admiral in the scoring column, and she does so. Bishop knocks down the first of two tosses, and Lenoir City will sub Kaylee Clabo into the ball game. Also Carly Stanifer, as Presnell and Norwood to the Lenoir City bench, and Bishop rips the net on the second one. So Annalise Bishop good on both free throws, and Farragut leads by 40, 67-27. 4:40 to play. 4:35 to play now as Lenoir City with the ball at the free throw line. It was lost, and, well, I guess not lost, as Coach Smith was able apparently to get a timeout call while the Lady Panthers were still in possession of the basketball. So 4:28 to play, and Lenoir City going to use a full timeout here. Full timeout with 4:28 to play, and Farragut leading 67-27. Addison Presley for Farragut has reported to the scorers table. Lady Admiral freshman who scored a basket Tuesday night at William Blount will enter the lineup. She'll join Maeve O'Sullivan and Annalise Bishop, Aubrey Stackhouse, and the birthday girl, Gabby Duncan. On the floor, Farragut well on its way since early on to improving to 9-0 on the season, 4-0 in the district. So Lenoir City inbounding out of the timeout, and out top a three-pointer is put up no good by Hurst, rebounded away by Bishop of Farragut in a hurry in front court. Now she slows the pace, sets up the half-court offense. Gives to Gabby Duncan. Duncan sizes up a three, no good. Tipped by Farragut's Presley, and we're going to have a held ball. Possession arrow to Farragut. Bishop to inbound. Presley open in the corner. Bishop looking instead for Duncan. Duncan, free throw line extended on the left side. Takes the pass. Gives it back to Bishop. Out high. Bishop to Duncan. Gabby, three-pointer. Short this time. Stackhouse the rebound. Her follow, no good. Was deflected by Lenoir City. Karam's out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Admirals. Now the clock's rolling. Non-stop. Maybe they were simply stopping it on free throws, but on out-of-bounds situations, it's running. Comes into Duncan, another three-pointer for Gabby. This one's good. Duncan has 5 in the ball game, her first 3, and Farragut leads 70-27. In the front court for Lenoir City, driving right side with a shot. Clabo, no good, and then Lenoir City travels as come down stumbling with a rebound on the backside. Duncan checks out of the ball game. Gets a hug from Coach Mayfield. So 70-27. Farragut with a lead and the basketball with 2:40 to play. Bishop guarded by Lenoir City's Helen Harper. Left side goes to Presley. Presley has her pocket picked, but only momentarily. She takes it right back. So good recovery by Farragut freshman Addison Presley. And Presley leaves it off with Bishop. Right side, Allie Hines, three-pointer, good by Hines. Hines has 7 on the night. That's her first 3. So back-to-back threes for the Lady Admirals, Hines and Duncan. Driving left side, Hunt for Lenoir City. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass, but Hurst came up with it. Missed in close on the right block. Bishop with the rebound. Ahead to Hines. Her pass in front court deflected, but makes it to Stackhouse. Now Stackhouse's pass is deflected, but lands in the lap of O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan can't hit in close, and Lenoir City comes out of there with the basketball. Bringing it back the other way is Helen Harper. Harper, guarded by Farragut's Hines, loops it down low over the outstretched hand of Stanifer and out of bounds. Lenoir City with a turnover, and Farragut gets it with 90 seconds to play, leading 73-27. Presley for Farragut moves to the left elbow. Could have shot, instead gives to O'Sullivan for a 3, no good, long rebound. Hines swoops in, grabs it, and then hits a floater on the left baseline. So Hines goes and gets the rebound and then scores on a putback, and Farragut leads 75-27. Hines with 9 points now. 1 minute to play. Lenoir City with the ball in the right corner in the hands of Kaylee Clabo. She'll shoot a 3 over Bishop, no good. And Farragut has Hines again going and getting the rebound. And then it's knocked from her grasp out of bounds. Touch last by Lenoir City. Mallory Hurst out of the game for Lenoir City. Let's see, Lady Panthers. Who do they have in the game? In her place, as Bishop starts left, comes back out high, gives off right side to Hines, now to Stackhouse. Stackhouse into the paint, runner won't go, rebounded away by Helen Harper. Harper, lead pass in front court, it's going to be over everybody. Claybo couldn't get there, nor could Wilhite. And so Farragut gets it, and they walk it in front court as we're under 5 seconds to go in this one. Lady Admirals, 75. Lenoir City, 27. As Farragut blew the game open in the last 4 minutes of the opening quarter, led 55-17 at halftime, and they win it 75-27. Still can't get used to the teams not going through the handshake line. But in the era of COVID, that does not occur as the teams just head off to their respective locker rooms following the conclusion of the game. Again, Farragut with the big victory, improving to 9-0 overall, 4-0 in the district. Lenoir City drops to 3-6 overall, 0-3 in district play as the Lady Admirals win it 75-27. Boys action coming up here at Farragut's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium, as a pair of 2-1 teams in the district square off. Coach Higgins' Admirals coming off the victory at William Blount on Tuesday night. I believe that was 63-51. It was indeed, as the Admirals got to 4-4 overall and again improved to 2-1 in the district. And Lenoir City coming in with an overall mark of 8-2, 2-1 in the district. Got a couple of wins this week, non-district wins, as they beat the Knoxville Ambassadors 60-30 on Tuesday night, and then won at home last night over the Sequoia Chiefs 49-47. So anticipate a good boys matchup. We're about 15 minutes away from the start of that one. We'll step aside here, get a 2-minute break for our sponsors, and return to look at the final numbers from our girls contest, which again, the Lady Admirals win, remaining unbeaten, now 9-0 on the season, 4-0 in district play, winning tonight 75-27. We're back in 2 minutes with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
Winter is here. That means it's time for the Climatize Heating and Cooling Winter Maintenance Safety Inspection. Make sure your heat pump or gas furnace is ready for winter. Get peace of mind when you call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to ClimatizeTennessee.com.
Climatize! Persian Rugs is pleased to invite you to visit our new and more spacious showroom located in Western Plaza. This is the perfect time to make your dreams come true. Persian Galleries has gathered the finest selection of Persian and decorative rugs from all over the world at the best prices ever. Whether you're looking for a specific type of rug like antique tradition, silken new modern, or contemporary, Persian Galleries provides only the highest quality rugs. Persian Galleries also offers many services such as trade, cleaning, repair, and appraisal to ensure the life of your rugs. Call today, 558-8777, or visit our new location in Western Plaza next to the Fresh Market. Attention East Tennessee. Beard and Bike and Trail has been voted one of the 100 best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association. This certification requires not only a great shopping experience and expert staff, but also support for local and national cycling advocacy. Beard and Bike and Trail has affordable luxury bikes from the brands you know, like Jamis, Fuji, Marin, Breezer, and Haro. Bike and Trail has bikes for children as well as the young at heart. Bike and Trail also carries affordable electric bikes. Need a bike repair? Their top-notch repair shop has the fastest turnaround time in town. Tight on cash? Ask about their 12-month no-interest financing. With over 48 years of experience in the cycling industry, you can always count on Beard and Bike and Trail for great customer service. Make Bike and Trail your one-stop for cycling adventure. Open 7 days a week. Located on the Third Creek Greenway on Forest Park Boulevard. Beard and Bike and Trail. Voted one of the best bike shops in the U.S. by the Bicycle Dealers Association.
Gymnasium. Getting things started this afternoon in girls JV action, Farragut won handily over Lenoir City 45-18. Our girls varsity contest just concluded, and it was the Lady Admirals running away with it 75-27. Farragut still undefeated on the year, 9-0 overall, 4-0 in the district. Lenoir City 0-3 now in district play, 3-6 overall. Lady Admirals led 33-8 at the end of the first quarter, up 55-17 at halftime. 65-23 was the score after 3, and again the final 75-27 after Farragut outscores Lenoir City 10-4 in the final quarter. I had Lenoir City with 18 turnovers tonight, Farragut with 8. Certainly the Lady Admirals could have forced many more, but called off the press early in the second quarter, I believe it was. So Farragut with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players in the scoring column tonight, led by Ace Strickland's 19, 17 of Ace's 19 coming in the first half, as all of the starters saw very limited minutes in the second half. Great opportunity for some other Lady Admirals to see significant playing time. But again, it was Strickland with 19, the junior, leading the way in terms of scoring. And Keely Rogers, well, Macy Barnes had 12, 10 of her 12 in the first half. Keely Rogers also in double figures with 11, 9 of Keely's 11 in the first half. Ashlyn Sheridan, a fourth Lady Admiral, with double-digit scoring tonight. And all of Ashlyn's points came in the first half as she tallied 10 points. Ashlyn was 4 of 4 from the foul line. Keely Rogers, by the way, if I didn't mention it, was 1 of 2 from the line. As again, she had 11. Strickland with those 19. She was 4 of 4 from the line, had 3 3-pointers. So Strickland with 19, Macy Barnes with 12, Keely Rogers with 11, Ashlyn Sheridan 4 of 4 from the line, had 10. Then you had Allie Hines with 9 points, Lady Admiral Jr. That's got to be a career high, including a fourth quarter 3-pointer. Gabby Duncan had 5, including a 3-pointer. And let's see, who else? McCall Willis, 7 points tonight. McCall was 1 of 3 from the foul line. So Farragut shot 12 of 15 from the line collectively, 80%, and had the 5 3-pointers against Strickland with 3 threes in the first half. And then in the fourth quarter, Farragut getting 3-pointers from Allie Hines and Gabby Duncan. For Lenoir City, Hadley Presnell had 4 points. Krista Angelos had 6 on 2 3-pointers. Mara Norwood with 3 on a fourth quarter 3-pointer. Caitlin Kilgore with 4. Helen Harper was 2 of 4 from the line and finished with 4 points. Natalie Johnson with 2 points. Lydia Yarborough with 4 points. Lenoir City was 2 of 4 from the foul line. All of those attempted by Helen Harper, and they had the 3 3-pointers, getting 2 from Angelos and 1 from Norwood. So the Lady Admirals with a 75-27 victory, and they look forward to a matchup with the Bearden Lady Bulldogs tomorrow, and that should be an outstanding game. Bearden's got a sizable winning streak, both girls and boys, versus Farragut, but it really shapes up as a good girls game tomorrow. Certainly Farragut will be challenged by the size of Bearden, as seemingly they have been for years. But Treadwell, the sophomore at Bearden, considerably taller than anybody on Farragut's team, and then on top of that, she's got those long arms that effectively make her taller than maybe what she's listed at, which I think is 6'2", and I could be listed at 6'3", I'm not sure, but plays even taller than that. So that'll be certainly a big challenge in the post for the Lady Admirals tomorrow. But it's a Bearden team that on Tuesday, like Farragut, had not played. These Knox County schools had not played in more than 3 weeks, and they fell by a couple of points to Alcoa. Tonight, Bearden is taking on William Blount, so one would expect that the Lady Bulldogs would get the victory there on the road. We'll check and see if there are any final scores here momentarily. But Farragut improving to 4-0 with the victory in district play, 9-0 overall as the Lady Admirals win at 75-27. And pleased to be joined now by Coach Jason Mayfield. And Coach, just what you needed to have tonight, right? Out of your team, pretty focused effort, and came out shooting the ball well. And really, I guess Lenoir City hung around for about the first 4.5 minutes. Got a couple of good looks at the basket when they were able to avoid the turnover against Farragut's either full court pressure or traps out of the half court. But kind of got some things straightened away, and it was off to the races from there.
Right, yeah, I did have to take a time out there to kind of get us to remembering, even though we work on it all the time, remembering, hey, we got to communicate, we got to make sure we're protecting the paint and all those things. But I think it was 6-5 or 7-6. 7-6 when I took the timeout. I don't think they scored for a while. I know they finished the first quarter, I think, with 8. So that was better that last 5 minutes, kind of once we got settled in and kind of refocused. But you're right, focus was there. You kind of think about games like this, and anybody in our district's dangerous. And when you have a game like that tomorrow, you kind of wonder what your mindset is. Your players' mindsets are, and you could tell. 55 points in the first half. And more importantly, defensively, we played much better defensively than what we did against William Blount on Tuesday night. So that was better.
Well, Strickland, again, with a big first half, 17 points. She would finish with 19. All of your starters really seeing limited playing time in the second half as you were up 55-17 at intermission. But nice job at quarter breaks there. Farragut was forcing some turnovers and getting layups just ahead of the horn. I think Macy Barnes and Ace Strickland kind of
they did it.
complimenting each other.
We almost did it at the end of the third quarter. I think we did it at the end of the third quarter too, when we had some backups in. Those things are key. In a game that we'll have tomorrow, those are key little plays that you want to make. And it can kind of give you some momentum, sometimes or whatever. Like watching Tennessee men's team the other night, something at the end of the first half happened where Arkansas got a run out similar to what we were doing today. They get a halftime break to kind of deal with it. And you wonder how that affects. Tennessee didn't look like it bothered them. So, that's where we want to be. We want to act like mentally that those things, they're big, right, for us. If it happens against you, that's where we've got to grow a little bit. We can't let it deflate the whole thing of what we're trying to do. But yeah, Ace was fantastic, especially early. She could have had as many as she wanted, really, as far as points, but she doesn't care about stats like that. We don't care about stats like that. You see a lot of things on Twitter and a lot of this and that about how many scored this. We got one goal, and that's championships, and that's what we want. Ace knows that. Our starters know that. But I felt like they all played. Our starting five it was very balanced. I know Ace had the 17. Not sure what the others had, but it felt like they were around double digits.
Yeah, they were.
Right. So that was obviously good. It's Ace and Macy have led us. They average about 40 together, and then the others, they're kind of there. It's not like they're playing poorly, but it's good to have a little bit better balance in there.
Well, I mentioned, I know kind of where I was going with that thought a moment ago about just even mentioning Strickland having 17 in the first half, and that's just that Farragut shot the ball well. And when you're playing consecutive days, it sure is nice to see the ball go through the hoop with the consistency it did tonight for your primary players, your starting five, knowing that you're going to be right back here in this gym again tomorrow night. And Strickland certainly shot the ball well right from the outset, and really everybody, and they were making the extra pass too early on. That was apparent. Yeah. You talk about it being an unselfish team. We've seen that each game night really, but it was very apparent early on.
We talked about it not having the summer and wondering, because a little bit in the past few years the ball kind of sticks a little bit sometimes with certain players, and I'm not blaming anything on anybody who's graduated, but I think these players have really embraced that, make that extra pass. We pass the ball really, really, really well. And yeah, we focus on it, but it's not something it's more of a mindset than something you really kind of practice. And they really bought into that wholeheartedly, and they know, someone like Keely Rogers. Keely could come out here and average, as much as Macy and Ace do, with all the things that she can do around the rim and shooting.
Right.
And she doesn't care. She had William Blount the other night, had 7 assists. Tonight, I'm sure had just as many.
Yeah.
So when you have players like that and you have a mindset like that as a team, that's a good sign, and we'll hopefully continue that.
Keely, I tell you, it seems like every night she's got about a half dozen of where it's a combo steal assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch, and we could leave her in. some of the games we play, we could leave her in. I feel like she'd average like a triple-double almost. I mean, she's fantastic.
Able to do whatever she wanted off the dribble tonight.
Right.
And so big game coming up tomorrow. Always a key with Bearden is they seem to always have that size advantage, right? And so Treadwell, man, she's already 6'2", 6'3", whatever it is they list her as, but she plays bigger than that because she's got those long arms.
That's what we were talking about the other day in the film that we were watching, and one of our players was like, wait, she's 6'3", 6'4"? And I said, yeah, she's that. But she plays even bigger than that.
Yeah.
And you're right. And so, yeah, we'll have to do little things around the basket, protect the basket really well and close out on their shooters. They got shooters, too. They're a tough guard. They're tough to defend. And should be a great game. It'll be a little different without our student section here, their student section there. It's a fantastic rivalry, fantastic game. It'll be a little different, but, hey, it's not really about all that stuff sometimes. We got to go out there and give a good effort for 32 minutes.